Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Today's video is going to be pretty much the 5 things that every player should know about in Fallout, especially new players. So as always, if you find any of this information helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alright, so first up, we have workbenches. A lot of newer players especially, they see the lunch boxes, how you can get them for free in the atomic shop, and they think that, maybe that's the only way you can actually repair things, or maybe you have to pay actual atoms to repair your equipment. As you can see, they give you free repair kits, but, whenever they're at the workshop, maybe it's a little confusing. So if we go over here, for example, if you hit space, I'm on PC, so if I hit space for you, it'll be another button. But always hit modify and repair, and whenever you do go here, it might look like, I have a weapon I need to fix. So let's say I want to fix the short flamer, for example. If you press T to inspect and repair it, you can see that these two options I have down here. I have repair kit and workbench repair. If I hit repair kit, it'll tell me, I can use one of these right here. And you can also use those on the go. You don't have to be at a workbench, but you can also repair it completely free. You don't have to have any type of repair kits. You don't have to have anything to actually pay. So you don't have to use the actual, real money. You can go get scrap from junk from the game. You can scrap it, and if you hit R, it's telling you everything here that you need to be able to repair that. And this is all things you can farm in the game completely free. You don't have to pay any money whatsoever. So if I repair that up there. And if you get a perk card, you can double repair that up to 200%. And it'll show this yellow bar and a little white bar inside of it. So also be sure to use that perk whenever you're repairing any type of armor or weapon. Also, while you're here, you can also go, let's say, to the armor workbench, and if you're looking for something that you need, whatever type of junk material it is, like for me, if I wanted to make the shielded lining on the vault jumpsuit, I need pure cobalt flux. And since I don't have that, what you can actually do, you can go down here where it says tag for search. You press tag, so now every time you're out in the wasteland, whatever you're trying to loot, whatever type of junk it is, it'll tell you every time what you're going to get back when you scrap it. So now you're not just looking around aimlessly. You'll actually be able to find out where to actually get this material, and it'll show up as a little magnifying glass, so you know exactly what to pick up. Instead of just trying to hoard everything and hope you run into that, you'll actually get a little icon right here every time. Alright, so next up, it might sound a little silly, but you'd be surprised, how many people don't know about this. Especially a lot of the newer players. So, I happen to have Fallout first. If you don't, that's not a problem. But let's say you had, your stash full of junk, and this works with, the scrap box. You don't have to have Fallout first at all. But let's say, you go to your stash box, and you have all this scrap in here, and, you're just you're scrolling, you see all this, a good way, especially to make money early on, you can get some of this scrap and go to a tinker's workbench. Alright, so once you get here, if you go to craft, you can always make sure that if you have a lot of material of whatever, you go here to bulk, and as you can see, it tells you, you don't have to have it on your person, on your character. It tells you what you have in your scrap box or in your stash. So I can make bulk of all of this material right here, and once I make the bulk, I can always break it down, obviously, if I need it. But the bulk materials you can sell to vendors, you can put in your vendor and sell to other players for scrap. And a lot of newer players don't know about that. You can actually buy bulk from vendors also, and then scrap that down, obviously, for more raw material. So that can go both ways. If you need bulk ballistic fiber, for making heavy combat armor, whatever the case may be, you can either buy or sell. Alright, so next up, this is mainly for a lot of newer players. You don't always have to move around and be running, be jumping everywhere, shooting, going crazy. What a lot of new players don't get is that you can always crouch, and up at the top where it says hidden, especially if you have a perk card, different perks that make you harder to detect by enemies, you don't actually have to be running around all the time and be shooting everything. If you want more of a stealthy build or a stealthy approach like I do, you can definitely go that route, and you will never be found. If you make your build the right way, you can literally walk up as close as you want, even behind them, and they will not find you. So see how it says caution? I'm still hidden, that just means to be careful. When you're found, it'll say danger, but I'm hidden right now, and caution just basically means there's enemies near me. So as you can see, I'm right in front of him, and it still says hidden. That's also from a perk card and different things that I have in my armor. But you can always make sure that when you're crouched, you can actually aim a lot better. So you don't have to be jumping and not worried about your aim being right. I don't have any aim assist on. I like playing with it off. So I like being able to actually aim and aim down sights faster and just lock into my target. So that's just one of the things that I like to mention to new players, is that they can have a much better and more enjoyable experience, just being able to actually do that damage, have more stable recoil, and not have to bounce back too much. So just one of the things that a lot of new players might miss is that moving around thinking that they have to be running everywhere, going crazy. And if that's not your build, not your play style, you can definitely be stealthy, like I like to be, and you never have to worry about really anything. You can just be a stealth build and enjoy the game however you want. Alright, so next up, one of the most important things that was added into the game, instead of having to drop items and you see a little loot bag on the bottom, for newer players, you want to make sure you're taking advantage of these donation boxes. These are pretty much all around the wasteland, at major spots on the map, especially just outside of Vault 76. When you go down and talk to the two NPCs, you have another donation box right there. You want to make sure you're taking advantage of that if you're a newer player. Most of the time you'll find ammo, grenades, different types of aids, whatever the case. I try to always fill these up with stim packs for newer players. So like for example, just throw a little bit in, get some new players started. I like to put stim packs, food. Like yesterday I put like 20 different kinds of apparels in there that I had just too many of. They didn't sell in the vendor. They're not too popular, but I threw them in there. Maybe other players don't like them. They'll wear it for whatever. So you always want to be taking advantage of those, especially if you're near level. That's one of the things that I highly recommend. A lot of new players don't really see that, or they pass by it and they don't pay attention to it. They're looking for the stash boxes like over here, and they completely pass the donation box. So once again, if you're new, definitely take advantage of that as much as you can. Alright, so next up, what a lot of newer players tend to do is just, sprint everywhere as fast as possible. They run and completely, miss all this right here outside. What you want to do, if you want to race, go right ahead, but, you want to try to take your time and actually look around you. Whenever you look right here, there's another donations box, and these will be at every train station. As you can see, this one right here is a White Springs station, so these will be at every one. You'll also have one of these, a legendary exchange machine, and you can get your script for that. You can exchange that for different modules at the purveyor, so you can always just scrap here and go exchange at the purveyor. You have stash boxes, ammunition, medical, and you also have a tinkerer's workbench. And also, another thing you want to pay attention to, not just at train stations, but anywhere else in the world, these poster boards right here. These actually give you missions now. And what these do, like this one right here, for example, I made a video on it. It gives you a free vault. So that you can lock it to keep other people out. You can have it open to the public. And you can basically use this as, your free storage as a free vault. It isn't that big, it's pretty small, but it is a free vault that they give you. For example, this one, that gives you another one. This gives you another one for a nightclub quest. So does this one. And this one right here. This one I recommend doing a lot because that one gives you a fixer blueprint once you finish the entire thing. So definitely do that one, be on the lookout for that. But that's another really big thing that a lot of new players tend to miss. They see these and they think it's just, cosmetic, but these actually give you quests now. Alright, and last but not least, we have everybody's favorite, the atomic shop. So whenever you're here, earlier in the video, I went down to utility, it had a little free icon, and it gave me a free repair kit. You always want to be checking your shop. I'm pretty sure whenever you log in, or you start your game, it'll always have a little icon next to the atomic shop on the main menu that says free, so you always know they have something free. They don't give you, too much free every day, almost every day, but they might give you a repair kit. They might give you one of these carry weight boosters for free, maybe a lunchbox. So, whatever they give you, definitely take. That's basically free money. But another thing that you always want to be on the lookout for, and I think I mentioned it in my, is Fallout First worth it video. You always want to be looking for different deals. So I know these say 20% off, 7 more days, some even, sooner than that, the bundles. But what a lot of people don't know, especially the newer players, they might look it up on Google, figure out, try to even find a YouTube video on how to do it. You go down over here, the icons, whenever you unlock anything, this is where you're going to change your actual little player icon that you see in game. So you might see people with, this background, you might see somebody, with her as the background. This one I unlocked out of the seasons past, so you can always find different things, and this is where you can actually change it. So if I were to click on the baseball bat, the little check mark goes there. That's what I'm going to be showing in game, is this little icon. And so you can always go back here, you can change it to whatever it is. These cost money, so obviously watch out for those, but when it says owned, you own those and you can use them whenever you want. So another thing, when you go to emotes, it'll have these little check marks for your emotes that you have selected, and you can always interchange. I think when you're actually trying to emote, it has, when you press the button, it'll have like a little extra part that comes out for more that you own. That's how it is for me. So like this one right here, it says I can unequip it, inspect it, hide it, so I can use these. So this is actually where you're going to find all your emotes, all your interactions, whatever you want. So just, be aware that these are where you actually have them. This one says I don't even have it equipped. So, you can equip stuff like that and actually, be able to use it. Maybe unlocked and you're like, where is it at? Did I not actually buy it? But you can actually do that just like I saw that when it wasn't equipped. I just equipped it right now. So lastly, whenever you go to skins, this is where a lot of people unlock things, and whenever they do like a drop bag, or they drop something out of their inventory for somebody, it's still a little cheap paper bag. If you go over here to loot bag, this is where you actually change it. So it says you can choose a type of loot to equip, or the loot bag to equip. I have, mine as both drop and death bags, so I can, just see it whenever, if I need to respawn, or if I just drop something for somebody. It just looks a little bit better to me, I feel like, than just a paper bag. I like the Vault Tech duffel bag. So I just like that. It's personal preference, you don't have to. Same thing with backpacks. This is where you're going to see like the cosmetic for your backpack, if you have it, if you bought it. I didn't buy that one, but if you were to buy it, that's where you would definitely find it. Same thing with armor and weapons. You want to equip this Abraxo Pip-Boy paint. That'll help you start with a spring cleaner quest. Different challenges. I know that's ending here in about a day. So if you haven't done that already, definitely jump in on that. But that's pretty much it. So with all that being said, once again, if you found any of this information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.